Yeah, I can't tell when you send me the Cam Newton ones that if you're just trying to troll me or there's actually something interesting or poignant to what you're sending me. And I'll watch a little bit. I'm like, he's fucking trolling me because I can't stand the hat. I can't get over the hat. He doesn't
Part
say
of
a lot
me
of
is
smart
trolling.
shit either, but
I mean, I've been a fan of Cam, like for real, man. Like he does a lot of camps and stuff for the kids and everything, gets them hype and stuff like that, and he teaches some things and stuff. So, but he just a animated character, and
Yeah. Yeah.
he's over it with his clothes and that. That's look. Any of them NBA and all them NFL guys when they walk up in their suits and stuff, it's just like too much. But it's a different money and fashion thing that they're promoting. So I mean, it's out of my league.
It's so funny to me because it's really a social media thing, and editing wise, I think it's what strikes me at first because verticals. I'm watching everything on my phone, everything's vertical, and so when they frame him different than any other human on the internet because of that fucking hat.
Yes.
And so his face is always lower, and it just throws me off so much. So I think maybe it would be less in person. I'd be like, oh, you just got a big hat. It's a fun hat. But since like you're down here, I wish I could like do it. It bugs me. Does he actually have good takes? I feel like I'm so angry, and then when he says stuff, I'm like, you didn't jump on that ball in the Super Bowl. I can't get past
right,
it.
Right, true.
Get past
I mean, there's a lot of times whenever he's just bad, But most of the time I am trolling you. So, but but Cam, yeah. I mean, he has some good moments. Like there's some good ones, but he's just an animated character.
I used to really think that he was just another version of Ben Roethlisberger because he was big and he would like avoid people in the pocket and like make passes. But him on social
Ben
media.
a Hall of Famer?
Yes, Ben's a Hall of Famer.
All right. Well, the people
just-
say
okay.
is Cam Hall of Famer then? No.
Did he win one?
No,
No.
he went to one.
Yeah, and then he looked at the ball on the ground. I think it's funny though when I bring up like, do you like him? And you're just like, well, he gives back to the community. I'm like, so does Lamar.
Yeah,
not Lamar. So does LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron
And,
does a lot.
to be honest, that was my thing for a while. But then I was like, yeah, but it drives me nuts.
I just see what he does in the camps. I follow that. I'm probably gonna get into coaching later on. So, if you can keep them kids active and keep them off the streets,
Yeah.
it's a positive.
What are you gonna coach? Fort City?
Oh man, we gonna move eventually.
Oh, you getting out of here? Not this. Okay.
So I'm not gonna tell you what. Nah,
No, that's fine. You don't have to do that
Louisiana.
up here.
But we'll see. We'll see. But I mean, I'll stay here as long as I can, coach the midgets and that most probably. So we'll see.
Anyways, so I guess the show's started. This is the Company Cast, and I am in company with probably my closest friend, Jamal Johnson. Thanks for coming to my house and coming to the show, Jamal.
Hey, how's it going? Happy to be here.
Gotta turn you up. We're gonna go start right into sports. I'm gonna give the summary here for the Steelers because that's what we're here to talk about. The Pittsburgh Steelers are set to face the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC wildcard round on Saturday, January 11th. 2025 at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. The Steelers finished the regular season with a 10-7 record, securing the 6th seed in the AFC. However, they entered the playoffs on a 4-game losing streak, including a recent 19-17 loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. Wide receiver George Pickens missed several games due to a hamstring injury, but returned in Week 17 against the Kansas City Chiefs. His presence is crucial for the Steelers' offense, which struggled during his absence. I think he only had like one catch against Cincinnati too. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Anyways, the Ravens, led by MVP candidate Lamar Jackson, pose a significant challenge. Their offense has been dynamic, but the potential absence of key players like wide receiver Zay Flowers due to injury could impact their performance. Historically, the Steelers have had success against the Ravens in the playoff matchups,
which could provide a psychological advantage.
In summary, the Steelers face a formidable opponent in the Ravens. The return of George Pickens boosts their offense prospects, but overcoming the recent losing streak and containing Lamar Jackson will be crucial for advancing the past wildcard round. Jamal, what are your first take of this game?
Man, I mean, it's a rivalry game, I mean, expect it to be close, I mean, there's going to be some ups and downs, and Lamar's going to be doing his thing, 4,000 yards passing, 41 touchdown passes, like four interceptions, man. I mean, it's surprising, though. I mean, he got 900 yards rushing, too. I don't know. He's a beast. Like, I'm surprised when he has, like, 4 rushing TDs.
Is this the best Lamar's ever been, or was he better last year?
I mean, he's been more focused on passing the ball more. I mean, I think sometimes that might be a weakness for him because he can use his feet and he's very, two-dimensional.
Yeah, there was that one press conference. He's talking about his mom. He's like, mom said there was lanes. I was like, I knew there was lanes.
Right.
It's so funny.
Right. So, I mean, his best, MVP. They want that buddy boy Josh Allen to get it, but I don't know. I think this is Lamar's year. As long as he can win some games, because, if you go into this round and you lose to the Steelers, that's going to be, same old Ravens.
It's that defense, and even the last time they played, and they played without George Pickens.
Right.
I know George Pickens didn't have a great game when he came back, but I think he can pick that back up. There was a lot of almost turnovers that earlier in the season the Steelers did get. Like there was a muff punt. Right. I believe there was another play, and then Wilson fumbled like on the 10.
Right.
Like any of those plays go the other way, the Steelers might win that game,
right?
Or probably win that game. So I still think it's almost a coin toss. I think the Ravens have adjusted better later in the season, and the Steelers recently have a really bad history of somehow getting worse. But I also blame the freaking NFL and that crazy-ass schedule they had.
Right. It was like 3 games in 15 days or something like that?
It was less. It was like 3 games in like 10 or 11 days.
How you going to work for that? I mean, I can get basketball or, hockey or something like that. But, man, football, that physicality, bam, 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 3 games early. I'm glad that they rested Pickens a little bit,
Yeah, I kind of felt like that was when people were freaking out. I was like, we could lose all these games and we're probably still in the playoffs. I mean, it was a bummer that we couldn't get one.
Right.
That they couldn't get one. I figured they could get one. But I feel like if Pickens played those games, they would have got one. I think they could have even got the Ravens game, which was been the one that would have won the division.
They were close. Even in the Eagles game, they were down like only 20-13 in the third quarter.
Right.
Halftime 17-13. It was like, I mean, the thing about that was it's about the sacks. TJ Watt had a couple of that game, You want to have the defense got to make plays. They got to stay in their lanes, not be porous, and you got to know where Mark Andrews is, and you got to know where Likely is. So the tight ends are going to be big there. Bateman's going to be big there for the Ravens. But you got to come correct, and you got to limit the mistakes on offense too. Turnovers and that's going to be the main thing. It's going to be the turnover battle. We got to win that.
Man, it's going to be a huge turnover battle because I don't know what the stat is. But there is at least one turnover or one big play from the Steelers special teams in every single game. They get their hands on the ball. They're getting in front of the punters. They're getting downfield. And I said, we just missed that one a couple weeks ago.
Right.
So
I mean, it's a lot of theatrics. Once you win 10 games, you're like, but we're in the playoffs. We're kind of cozy,
Yeah,
and
right.
then you got some of these games coming up. It's like, I mean, what are you playing them for? You're playing the Eagles, see who's better in PA, but you don't see them unless you see them in the Super Bowl. But we're close in that game too. I mean, we didn't have Pickens in that, so I mean, we played the games close. And then when you play against KC, we played KC, and it was a blowout. You know why it was a blowout? Patty Mahomes, no sacks. We got no sacks on him.
That was crazy.
Russ, he got sacked 5 times that game.
That's crazy. And also, this is one of those games where it's tough to look at the score because once it kind of gets out of hand, the game is played differently. And there's a couple calls, couple plays early, I think a second quarter, third quarter in that game, that, man, the Steelers make that play. It's a whole different game. I forget what it was. I think there was a penalty when they got real close that pushed them back. That was a tic-tac offsides call, and I think they scored on, and they pulled that back, and it was like, ugh.
Right. It's just one of those things, and I mean, what are you gonna do? Patty Mahomes, he had 3 touchdowns that game. It was just tough. It was tough. We had a lot of holes, defensively, and it was rough. But I'm an optimist, so I think we can do some positive things, even though we lost 4 in a row. I mean, it's 0-0 now. We're in the playoffs. Everybody's got the same schedule, same record. So
Yeah. And I think the Steelers are a lot healthier overall. I know they have some injuries, but I think actually overall, I think the Steelers are healthier than the Ravens. You know, I guess I'm really looking at Zay Flowers, but I mean, it feels like that evens out the receivers. Speaking of the receivers, like who do you feel like? Do you think the Steelers have gone most seasons, especially with Ben having more than just a number one receiver? You know, I feel like that's all the talk is like we have a number one. You know, he didn't play. He's kind of like crazy sometimes, but we have no number two. I guess I would consider Calv Austin a number two, but he's too tiny. I guess.
Yeah, he's barely there. He's like
Yeah.
Wes Welker. Like
Yeah, he's a slot receiver.
Yeah. So I mean, you got what Van Jefferson. I mean, we just. Yeah, usually just one good receiver.
we have Van
and the other
Jefferson?
guy, I don't even know where he at. I don't know. He may get like 2 cups of catch of the game, but like, man, I mean, we've always been held in games close because of our defense. So, you know, Ben was great, but you know, he definitely had some games where the defense had to step up and make the plays. Too,
Yeah.
so.
No, and then you know that's where they came last time they won the Super Bowl. Now they were a much better team at the end of the stretch,
6
but they did have to win from the sixth seed. So
seed.
yeah, hey, that's more football if they keep winning for us, right? If you think about it that
Yeah,
way.
I love it. Give it to
Yeah.
the city. You know, people are hating on it. Someone's like, sell the team, sell Pittsburgh, sell the Pirates, sell the Panthers. I was like, y'all need to chill with that. You know how much money that's making the city?
Oh, I know, right? I know. I even think about that for the Pirates. What's his name? Like, yeah, but like, what if something crazy happens and they just leave or something?
Right.
At least it's here,
Right.
you know.
You want a Ford City in a vacant town in Pittsburgh?
Oh, can you
Empty
imagine
stadium.
Pittsburgh with no sports teams?
Got the point, nothing there. Let's come to the boat.
We got the Gateway Clipper guys. Come hang out. That'd be great.
Yeah.
So you got a prediction, scores, or
All
anything
right,
like that?
all right. Here it is. I mean, it's gonna be a battle. You know, as long as we can y'all was talking about let Russ cook, man. He was like beat Washington. You know, beat the Ravens 18-16. Man, he can do it. Let him cook.
Let him throw that ball
I mean,
up there.
Pickens gonna get some. Fire move is gonna be key. Watch, he's gonna make some catches. You know, Watt's gonna get one play, force a fumble, something. You know, Porter got to step up and make a good assignment football, make some, you know, pass deflects. I think the Steelers, with Boswell at the end, 27-24.
27-24.
It's going to be a battle back and forth. We're going to be underdogs coming back, fighting back. We're going to get into that game.
Man, I don't know what I'm trying to like, picture the Steelers scoring more than 17 points, and I just can't picture it.
It's the O-line, man.
Yeah, I'm like, I was like, maybe they can squint to like 21, but then Lamar's just gonna play a different game at the end of the game and come back and like 27, 21, 25.
Derrick Henry, we haven't talked about him. He's a beast. So
I know, you're right. We didn't even talk about Derrick Henry.
Right, so like we just got
my God.
key. We got Queen. We got Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
He's got to step up at linebacker. We got to force at least one turnover.
I
TJ
think
Watt,
there's got to be more than one turnover.
One's gonna lead to a touchdown.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's got to be more than, sack fumble where it's right there or
Right.
just pick, it's right there.
Right.
It's got to be sack fumble, pick it up, and take it to the house.
right. Someone's gonna get too cute and make a mistake, and hopefully it's the Ravens.
Yeah, I know.
So I know. Oh yeah, and then I think one of the X factors we're gonna use, secret weapon, Justin Fields. He gonna get out there in a wide receiver stance. They're either gonna, have him
Wide
run back.
receiver.
They're gonna do like remember the Titans and do a okey doke reverse to him. Georgia back, he might throw it. Look out for that. Or he's gonna get in there and run the ball a little bit because they're gonna get him on like 3rd and 2, and he's gonna get in there and get it.
I'm seeing anything 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1 from the beginning of the game.
Right.
Justin's going in. It's not 4th quarter Justin 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
anything close because his arm. Obviously, when it's that, his arm's fine. He doesn't have to throw that perfect moon ball
Right.
that he's not just as good at as that Russ can throw.
Right.
But he is way bigger.
Execution.
And then he can run the ball if we have to.
just ball security, guys, please.
I know, both everybody.
All of them.
That ball is so small. The NFL ball is so small. When I see Russ just pop that, I don't know. Is he holding it like this? I swear he holds the ball like this.
He's in them sandwich commercials. He in something.
It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I still predict they're gonna lose, but fuck.
Yeah. You ain't gonna get me to say it ain't.
That's funny. I like that. I'll be rooting for the Steelers though.
Yeah.
So how's your social media lately? What's your favorite app? What you on?
Man, shoot. I'm trying to wean off, but I'm always on Facebook. I'm always checking IG and that.
You like those boomers? Boomers like you.
It's just the interactions, the activity in that. I'm gonna be in IT, so I'm gonna be trying to be hip on all of them. I didn't do that Blue Sky yet, whatever, with the X. I mean, I'm still with the X because like a lot of my stocks and stuff like that. A lot of people are on Twitter, and so I still follow them and that. So I'm active in that daily. But
yeah, the financial world's on Twitter. That's their hub, and I don't think
breaking
they're really
news.
going anywhere else.
Hindenburg's got a report out. Carver Hunters ain't shit. So I was like, okay, short that stock. Let's go.
Oh, dang. So how you doing lately? Any of that? I know.
It's got us up and down. I mean, it was definitely, December was very rewarding. There's been some trendy days where, the market's up and you just ride the wave all the way up to the top. Market's down, ride it way down. So the trending days are the pay days. You only need about 10 of them a year to fuel your whole year, for real, for real. It's like I said, everybody got their things for Christmas. I don't want to hear nothing. So now we got a birthday coming up next week, so I got to worry about that. But
that's wild. So you're still playing a lot of calls and puts. So
options.
You really like the daily gamble.
Until we get another big crash where I have enough funds to just buy things real cheap. Okay. Like there's gonna be a day where you can buy things real cheap and then like on discount, and then just be ready with your shopping cart and just put them in your IRA if you can. If you get an IRA, I mean, I've been working with Charles Schwab and that. No plug on them, but it was just I've been working with them, so I'm gonna get an IRA. A couple things set up this year.
Oh, there you go.
So
there you go. I guess I tried to do the calls and puts a little bit, and I was like, this is taking too much time. I don't quite understand it, and I'm sure anyone listening is probably like, huh. But if you had to throw some stocks at hey, you might as well toss some money in there, or maybe even a specific app to use, what would you think?
I mean, if you're a beginner basic, nothing wrong with Webull, to get on something like that. They say Robinhood's been improving, but it's so buggy in that.
Yeah.
They do.
That's what I use, but I've always used it.
Yeah. I mean, you can try, but I use Charles Schwab right now with the Thinkorswim app, so it helps me with that. But I mean, stocks right now, AI, anything AI, you got. I mean, if you can catch NVIDIA on one more dip, get NVIDIA. You got TSM, AMD. Quantum names are starting to pop up, so you gotta watch out for some quantum things.
That's hilarious that you said that. Says the one person who came home and told me to get some quantum stocks. It was a couple different ones. Was my daughter, because they were talking about it in school, and I actually looked it up, and I was like, actually, these are doing really good. They were doing the games, and it was a funny coincidence. The one kid's bought a bunch of Quantum One, I think it was.
Yeah.
And it went up 500. They had a fake $100,000.
Yeah, sure. Get the kids to do it.
It went up 500% that week.
Right.
They're like, I'm fucking a millionaire. And I was like, God damn it! You could told me this.
Right.
A couple days ago, we'd be good. Not that I had the money to do that.
I know. See, that's the thing, man. They got us strapped that we can't put our money in to invest into things. We're too stuck on the day to day. Gotta buy the food and all that stuff.
I know.
The rich people getting rich every day, man. It's crazy how I see it.
And I'm not gonna lie, what I have been doing, and I struggle just because of life. I don't have enough money in there, but I have some money in Nvidia and then some other ones that every few months I've had I can just sell a little bit of that. So I'm making a couple extra $100. I'm I want to get this. I want to get this. It's doing that well.
Right.
So it is possible.
Right. Shoot, I told people a year ago, I was like, man, get in the video. If you can get it for under 100, get it. Every time, bite on that. That thing's at 152
crazy
now. That's crazy, man. And then Tesla. Elon Musk, man. His relationship with Trump has really boosted the stock. It was like 250. Now it's at 400. Crazy.
Of course.
Right after the
Of course.
election.
It's like you don't understand what marketing is.
Right.
Or like why he won the first and this time. It's like, well, it's all you. It is a thing. Even if you were against him, it still like would resonate with people to be like, might as well.
Right.
And I mean, he's on
Right.
TV all the time.
Right.
Sounds like he's a guy doing things.
Right.
So, but yeah, obviously, what you just talked about all the time. I mean, even up here by Sheets in Musk, we trust.
Right.
Saw that, right?
Shoot, yeah. Locally, man, he was the poster boy.
For real.
Now what they got? The energy efficient, whatever. They do something for Dogecoin. I forget what they call it. There's that department of something.
Oh, yeah, energy.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
fake advisory
Of course.
council. I mean, it's a
Man.
real advisory council.
He made it real.
Yeah.
Just
But
like
they
Space
call it
Force.
a department, and it's not a government-funded anything. But presidents have advisory boards. Like, that's not new. But
Let 'em get
they market it differently. You know.
Stock went up afterwards.
Yo, fuck yeah, it did. It's hilarious.
And then Bitcoin's been up. It's been crazy. Yeah.
Bitcoin has been up, and I've been actually buying more and more Bitcoin lately.
Yeah, some Ripple and stuff. Yeah.
Are you
XRP.
watching anything on TikTok? I guess there's no crypto or any much stocks on there as there used to be. Stock info.
When it comes, we'll get back to the apps and everything. When it comes to that, it's all like the algos are so twisted right now of TikTok. I couldn't even get. I'm not even there because like, I mean, I help promote other things and stuff like that. So like, whenever I try and do some stock algos, it's got too many other stuff in there. It's got stuff. I be looking up how to cook things with the air fryer on TikTok. So I be seeing things like that. And then when I post something, when I look up just a couple things like political, they just spam me with so much political. Like I was like, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to see this every day. I mean, of course, I saw one thing and liked it, but I don't know.
Oh, I know, and
So-
I do have multiple accounts, and I try to keep things separate because of that. But I've
Right.
realized it knows that I have the phone because I'll be on like a business account, and I'll be seeing things. I'm like, I know, I don't like this stuff on this account. I know I don't.
Right.
Like, and I don't even like that kind of stuff on my regular account. So I was like, you just totally data mining me. This is a 40-some-year-old male. You like this, right? Come on.
Right.
Come on. You live in Armstrong County. Come on. I'm like, stop it. Stop it.
every
I do
app.
like it. You got to send it to this account, though.
Every app is fighting for your views. They're always fighting for your eyes, man. Like when they have the notifications, like 50 million of notifications. Like, look at all that. Look at that. It's crazy. Like everybody's fighting for your attention. It's like, how can I get this person to get back on my app?
I can't stand notifications. I try to get everything to work as if you're not a real human being that is trying to get a hold of me. Like a real person, not like trolling me, not cold calling me. Like you should be allowed to give me a notification. Other than that, I cannot stand notifications. Basically, it just says, "Hey, where you been?
Right.
Come back."
Right. Yeah, that's definitely on my 2025 list. Limit the time that will be on these socials. You know.
What is your screen time? Do you know it?
Man, I don't know, man.
I used to ask that on my
It
Smart
used to
House
be like
podcast.
anywhere from like what 14 hours.
14 hours on your phone?
Listen, a day. Listen, you know why? Because
You're working.
I only sleep 4 hours a day. You know, I'm so and my fiance, she sleeps 12 hours a day.
She's just making it up for
So
it.
she's sleeping, so like I'm there's that time where I'm by myself, so like I'm like, let me just put it into this. So like I'll be scrolling like I got like 5 different videos that I watch a day on stocks. You know,
Yeah.
They do daily content, so I'm watching them. That's anywhere from like 12 minutes to like 15, 20 from some of them. So that's an hour a day, from that, and then you're researching to see, okay, looking at this chart and seeing how this looks, and on the different time frames and everything. And each ticker, it's money. So yeah, so when it comes to stocks and trading and learning, every day stock wise, I'm putting at least 5 hours a day in like stocks and that. So that's part
And it's
of
all
it.
screen time.
Right.
It's not like
Yeah.
you're going and meeting people
Right.
because it's all clicks.
It's
Like you just
convenient.
get the right combination of clicks and you make money.
Right. Right, and it's right there in the palm of your hand.
Wow.
It's crazy to think like back in 2000, we was like we just had phones just used to take a picture, send a text, make a phone call. And now it's a laptop.
Now you're just making money walking to my house. You're
Right,
just
that's
like, I
it.
got to make a couple deals.
I'm getting paid right now. What you
Alright,
mean,
that's
over
wild,
30
bro.
some an hour right now.
That's right.
'Cause I can control my team. We talk through the Skype, and then like send an email.
That's just so crazy. Well, the federal government wants to send everyone back to work. So, where's your office at?
Yeah, I mean, I can work anywhere. All I need is the internet. That's all. I said, babe, when you want to move, I'm telling you, we could be in any state. She doesn't want to leave her family.
Yeah.
So that's tough. So
It's wild. That, like some of the rhetoric is like just it's obviously on purpose, like knowing that people like you exist, and it's like this weird thing that people they want to give power. They want to get false power to people to make them feel better to get the votes. So it's like, are you a hardworking man?
Right.
Do you work 70 hours a week with your hands? Yeah, vote red. Yeah, we hate those pussies that work in their beds and their laptops.
right.
And it's like those pussies in the bed are the ones making they're
Right.
the ones
Where
making
we
the
be?
most.
Yeah.
They're the ones you're actually voting for, or the ones
Right.
that are in up that have the real power. I
Right.
just can't stand it.
How's your knee? How's your hip? How's your back now?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna be hurting. It's no offense, knock on that. Like I want my kid to be hardworking too. My dad was hardworking, and they did the factory jobs and that.
Yeah.
So everything's important,
Yeah, it's all important. I just the fight like you're bad because you're not, and I'm better because I actually lift things,
Right.
move something.
I bench 425. Come on now, don't test me. I mean, I've been working from home for 15 years. It's still going. Still, you gotta go to the gym. You gotta stay active. That heart gonna fall on you. It's gonna fail. Shit, we ain't eating right.
Ugh.
They got the right people in office though. Now they're gonna start attacking after the food though.
Do you think they're actually gonna do anything?
It's a lot of talk, but there's a lot of walk you gotta do. There's a lot of higher ups that are gonna say no.
Yeah.
And it's like we like our money.
Because I'm all for like getting rid of ultra processed food.
Sure.
Because I actually am at the point now. Well, I don't think I can even eat fast food anymore. I've basically given it up. And when I say giving it up, it makes it seems like my willpower. No, because it was like killing me.
Right.
Like there was a day or two that I was eating Wendy's. I fucking love Wendy's.
Right.
It is my favorite. And I had maybe Wendy's 2 days in a row or something like that. Not a lot, just the four.
No, I stay
four
on
for
that
four.
biggie bag. I stay.
And I had Wendy's, and then I went somewhere else, and I ate something else. And I think I remember crossing the street, and it hit me so fast. I almost didn't make it back to the car. I almost passed out in the car. My girlfriend's driving me home, and it just came out of me every way.
Right.
And I was like, I've had similar instances like that with fast food.
I get that.
But I feel like it just gets into my body and it just becomes like a rock. Then my body's like, I don't know how to get this out.
Great.
So we're gonna shut you down.
Great.
It's like scary.
Yeah, you are what you
Ugh,
eat. You are what you eat, they say. Whew. Yeah, I've been more cautious now. Every time I want to go on a diet or stuff, like I go real strict. I'm like, I'll drink a lot of water, chicken, all forms. I love chicken wings. I can't stop that.
Yeah, I know. That's my one thing.
Air
I keep
fryer.
seeing you on the Snapchat.
Air fryer
I think
chicken
I'm
wings.
how'd you do it this time? How'd
Yeah,
you do it that time?
a lot of water. Vegetables. She don't like vegetables, but I'll eat some green beans. I got some
Man.
greens. My mom cooked me up some greens.
That's because your fiance is young, and anyone,
Yeah.
I swear, anyone younger than 30 now just are like, what are vegetables?
Right?
I don't.
You don't eat any of your meals? Come on.
My nephew is strict Dino Nuggets French fries.
Yeah, it's
Thanksgiving.
tough.
Thanksgiving. Everyone's got their thing. He's got, and not just any French fries, the microwave boxed French fries, and you crunch down, you throw in there.
Oh man.
And you they only come out okay half the
Right.
time. Sometimes they're soggy. Sometimes they're so overburnt you're chipping your teeth. Ugh.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like how my son is right now. It's like the chicken nuggets and fries. Like for real. Like they bought an air fryer at his grandparents' house so they can cook up some, not an air fryer, but like like a fryer with the oil in that, with the oil and all that.
Shit.
Just for them, just so they can cook them fries all the time. I'm just like,
the oil's
y'all
bad.
gotta spoil them like that.
That's the worst.
Yeah. I know.
That's why the air fryer is like,
Yeah,
it's like one of the best
Yeah,
inventions
they got
ever.
the oil. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
I remember in college, or even when you guys were young and you guys came over, and I would like bust out the old school fryer with oil, and one buddy's like, "What are you doing? The whole house smells awful now." I'm like, "What are you talking about?
Remember
This
that,
fries are
right?
fucking fire."
oh man.
It's like, and then it was like,
Wow.
when I got older, I'm like, house
Yeah.
does kind of stink.
yeah. I'm gonna get my son to like age 6, 8 before I get real strict on his diet. I'm like, he's gonna eat them nuggets for a little bit, but like I'm getting him eating some meat and potatoes.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't mind at the nuggets.
Yeah.
You just gotta it's gotta be with,
Pizza.
and you just can't. You just can't be in Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner and just saying like no to
Right?
everything.
I'm
And
not
like
gonna-
after
yeah.
10 years old.
You gotta try something.
That's wild.
Don't be picky. I'll give you some chitlins.
We start talking about more about food, so I guess we'll keep going about food. You go out in Pittsburgh or anything? Is there any place to go that I guess obviously is not fast food?
I mean, she likes to go to City Works because we gotta get
City Works. All
we
right.
got gluten-free options there, so it's gotta be a little tricky. I'm picky when it comes to the food because cross contamination can be a thing for her, and she just like explodes right out both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she got celiac disease, so
Oh, shit.
anything wheat, she couldn't have no beer or nothing like that too. So it's like
That's rough.
it's,
I do got something,
yeah,
but it's not that bad. I do
Yeah.
get the whole everything's coming out.
it's bad. Like you get her teeth, teeth get a little bit worn out, deteriorate over time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna eventually have to replace them. That's gonna be another $20K.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I do got some teeth issues with that too. They're getting worn down.
So she just been limiting gluten. So like all the pastas, the pizzas, man, and everything tastes different, man. I got all this gluten-free option stuff at the house. I
It
just,
just tastes like nothing.
so as
right?
I said, just give me the chicken.
just get the spices. and
I can't even have the breadcrumbs. Like we got like her gluten-free breadcrumbs. They're different. They're different.
stuff. Rough.
And so, but it's all good. I mean, I guess if it helps her, they say the carbs are still the same though, even if you got the gluten-free options.
Yeah.
So it's not even about a diet thing. It's just like the body can't handle it.
Yeah, right. You gotta consume something you can process.
People got
obviously.
different chemistries in their body, So,
You go to Lawrenceville at all? Anything down there?
but the Speedway for what? For what?
No, for food. Like
Oh.
Butler Street.
No, not
Yeah,
yet. No, but there are some nice spots down there. But I haven't ventured over there yet.
Yeah, that's what I've
We-
been trying to hit up. Just because it's a little bit closer. I like the Strip though too.
Right.
But like Lawrenceville's a tad bit closer. There's a
Oh yeah.
can't remember any of the places, but there's a. It's called Burger Brewers. Used to be called Brewer Burgers.
Okay.
They have everyone's doing the smash burgers.
Okay.
And so they have a burger called the Fox Chapel Burger, which is a burger with goat cheese and balsamic vinegar or something
Oh, wow.
like that.
Okay, that
And
sounds
I don't think I
good.
really even had goat cheese before this. I was just like, I didn't know the goat cheese was the goat. And so that's like one of my favorite places. I can't remember the other places. There's a taco place.
Okay.
And then there is the pub industry, I think, on the
Okay.
other side. They were in the news recently because there was like a hole in their basement.
Oh my
like
God.
through the sewage.
Yeah.
but they have like this cheese fries. I think it's like I don't know what it's exactly called, but it's some fries with just a monster thing of cheese on it. And
Yeah.
I like to call them basement fries.
Yeah. Hey, that's legit.
Because it's obviously a bad thing because there was sewage, but I think it was just funny and I just find them delicious. I don't really care. Would that disturb you from not going to a restaurant?
Man, if the food's good, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, they didn't supposedly have any food near anything.
Yeah.
The whole, I
I'll
guess.
try it out.
But they did get like, hey, you gotta fucking shut down and fix that.
Main go to out there in Pittsburgh. She loves the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, I do hear that. I just never.
They have gluten
Had
free
that.
options.
Okay.
So it's all about that and stuff like that. So
Plus, I think the experience. People like the experience, and that's a cool place down there. Like the way how you It's almost like church.
That's where I proposed to her too.
That's a good spot. I don't know why I laughed. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's like her favorite food. I ain't gonna shoot.
No, that's a
can't
nice
change
area.
it. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I can't change it. It's for
That's
life.
really great. It's really great. I was going to talk about more about Facebook, I guess.
Sure.
Because, you were talking about your screen time.
Sure.
And my screen time's like 8 hours. And I would like to say, on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you combined it. If
Well,
you combined
because
everything.
you got a laptop more than me.
Yeah, if you combine
Editing.
everything, it's more like 12 to 15. And they're all Apple, so I believe it does like categorize that and memorize that. But I have had this thing with Facebook where I've like loved it, hate it, loved it.
Right.
And early adapter. Obviously, we went to college at the same time of this all came out, and Zuck started this whole thing, and it was so cool because
Before.
yeah. If you were in college, you're the only one.
EDU.
And then the news feed came, and I was like, oh, this is now a whole new thing. And I remember I spent like years like curating and making sure that my news feed was kind of like a news and not just my
Right.
fucking friends because I don't.
Right.
Because all you guys I don't have any friends anymore except for you. But they all would say just pop off, and then I would pop off, and then we'd all end up hating each other.
Right.
And so I was like, I don't like that. It's making me angry. And then one day before the election, Zuck was like, actually, you guys should like that. Let's change the algorithm. You should see what your friends did. And I think that's when I was like, okay, I hate humans now. And he ruined that. And then recently he changed it back. I don't know when that happened. And now, or everyone deleted me. That could have happened too. And so now my Facebook feed is back to like generally news and interests and not what people post. But even more than that, the Facebook Reels, which is basically like Instagram Reels, obviously it kind of is
they
Instagram
own them,
Reels.
yep.
But the algorithm feels a little different to me because what now Facebook seems to be is nostalgia television, maybe some newer television that like is based off older stuff like I would never watch the new Superman TV show.
Right.
Can't remember what it's exactly called. But I see clips of it on Facebook all the time. And I will watch that stuff. And I will watch, like I didn't see the new Venom movie, but I saw enough clips on Facebook, even in Italian, because I didn't care.
Right.
I just want to see like Venom, like, I
Right,
don't
right,
give a
right.
crap if he's like, but I can't even do it. I'm not even going to try
Right,
to
I
do
saw
an
the
Italian
second.
impersonation. And so I get so much of that, so where I'm kind of feel like I'm a kid again, and I'm just watching TV, but I'm on Facebook. So my screen time has now gone up a whole bunch. So I know you said you float around, but have you any feelings of this at all?
I
Or noticed
mean,
any of this?
it's still going to be user driven, user based. Like I still see Cooking with Kaya and stuff like that. That got big backs and stuff like that. Some people acting foolish, so it's all about you. I mean, what you are clicking on. I mean, I do see some movies in that because I'll be watching some things on Netflix and promoting some of their movies and stuff like that. I mean, I'll see some scary things, previews and some things. But
Yeah, I get some of that.
yeah, so I mean, but it's still just some of it's just a lot of the regular trash. Well, actually, since they reset the algos in that, like because I wanted to find some relaxation and some peace in that. What I've been seeing, I could probably say 60% of the time is videos of people fishing, like for real,
Really?
catching fish right now. I could pull up my Facebook and you can probably do like 3 scrolls and you'll see there's a guy catching a fish in that.
That's
So-
interesting. But you purposely were like,
yeah, I
gotta chill,
clicked
man.
on a couple
Just wanna
times.
see a dude.
Be by the river, out there casting, and they catch a monster. That's just a peaceful spot for me sometimes.
My peaceful stuff is electronics and people working like just installing regular outlets into the wall, like from scratch,
Yeah.
just like pulling
Yeah.
it out and doing it with the really good tools.
Yeah.
Because my girlfriend has an old house, and so none of the outlets are grounded.
Okay.
So I'm like mentally, I'm thinking about like, okay, I get super annoyed when we're plugging in, her iPhone, my iPhone, laptop, television. Nothing's grounded.
Right.
I'm running gear sometimes for fun. And then like you could see like the wiring.
Yeah.
Like because there's no mount on the
Right,
thing. I'm
right,
like,
right.
okay. And so I start getting some of that, and then that led to like just overall construction, house construction, timelines, someone just doing roofing
Yeah.
for 5 minings and it's cha-chung, 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 and I'm just watching it. I'm like, this is awesome. This guy is so good. Cock in the corner in the bathroom. I'm like, I love that. And yeah. Wipe it with your finger with that. Oh, that's a cool tool. Shh. All that.
Right.
Love that. So that's my peaceful.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. What I'm gonna say, if we're gonna use social media more this year, I would want to use it for more positive things, more things that you can do, things that are more practical to life, from real life doing. So like looking up how to do something, that's why we're gonna be doing more of, like, to get on YouTube or get on TikTok while you can, before they ban it. I don't know what they're gonna do, but if you get on there and just, I mean, I always, like I said earlier, about looking up how to cook up a recipe real quick. But yeah, just doing something like fixing the house up, man. I got an old house I got to fix up myself too, so I'm gonna be doing some flooring.
Forgot about the other one.
Yeah, I still own that.
The local government was like, no, you keep it.
Oh my God, that's
you
a big
keep
story.
that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have to do maybe another pod for the story on that,
for
because
sure.
that story got so. I was hearing that from other people around town.
Yeah,
But I'm like, how's Jamal?
it's like,
What the fuck's going on with that?
y'all didn't want to sell that.
He's basically trying just like, take it away.
It's like,
They're
no.
like, no, you keep it, bro.
We got to keep our loans good. We got to keep them in great standing. We got to show
Is that what it was?
FHA. I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
hilarious.
It's like Big Brother's like, no.
Yeah, you were somehow messing with someone else's money by like basically giving up in a way.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we'll help you out.
Give me my stimulus check.
Yeah.
I never took any.
What?
It's crazy.
You stupid. Don't do that stuff. Freaking billionaires are taking the stimulus stuff and not giving it. Those PPP loans, I mean, that's a...
Yeah.
Can't even get to that, how much money was taken. And
Oh
just
yeah,
like,
I just
there's like
didn't
no
know.
rules.
Yeah, I didn't want to play with that because I knew they would have came back for me for it.
Doesn't sound like it. It
I
doesn't
know,
sound
it's
like they can
crazy.
at all.
Right.
There's other loans that they're trying to come back
Yeah.
on, but those PPP ones were like,
Mm-hmm.
what sounded like what happened, and it's probably what happened to you. Some people gave them back because the news, because they're famous, and the news got onto it, and they were like, okay, we'll give it back. They didn't have to, though.
Right.
And actually, a lot of people were like, fuck, I ain't giving it back.
Oh, yeah.
Screw that.
I'm comfortable.
Screw that stuff.
I hear you.
How long we been going here? Oh my God, we've been 15 minutes? Really? I guess I know you, so it's easy to talk.
Yeah.
So you said you saw the Nikki Glazer, she hosted the Golden Globes.
Saw the
You saw her
monologue.
monologue.
Right.
Was it any good?
It was just funny. It was just little just quick jabs in that, talking about how Americans just are Americans. And
Was it quick jabs, or was she trying to be more like Richie Gervais and like really like leaning in, like fuck you guys, or was it more like
I mean,
chill?
she was just trying to read the room. It felt like
Okay.
She like she knows it's not a roaster, but she did all right with it. I don't think she was coming out or that.
is this
Some
one of those-
people overreact.
Right. I wrote it down, and I talked to you about it before we got on here, and I just felt like I was gonna watch it before I got here, but the interest never peaked, and
hear
so
you.
I almost
Right.
put it at the level if that happened, it couldn't have been that great. Like I'm sure she was fine. I saw like her kind of start to talk to Howard Stern about the jokes that didn't make it, but I still didn't even listen to them because I feel like I don't know. Don't care that I don't even know who was up for Golden Globes. So I feel like some of
Right.
the jokes I'd have been like, "Who's that?
Yeah, right.
Who's that? Who's that?" So I might watch it later.
Wicked.
Yeah,
Shout out to Ariana Grande. They was like,
Shout out to
that's what she was
Ariana
out there showing. I was like,
yeah, that's what it was, right? It was just
Right.
90% Ariana Grande jokes, right?
yeah, no, I mean,
That's the only thing I could think of.
started getting into like some female feminism type stuff a little bit. I don't know, whatever you want to read it as.
I know that I try to get stand-up tickets a lot, and she's at I want to say the Biome. Don't quote me on that, but she's in Pittsburgh, and her tickets were just under 300, I believe. So she's doing real well, and I believe Shane Gillis, who was in Pittsburgh recently, his tickets, I think were under 200. I think you could have saw him for like 150 or something like that.
Oh wow,
So just in points of stardom,
right.
I'm sure that might change in a couple of years. Have you seen any of their stand-up? Any of those? Have you watched any stand-up recently?
It's been a minute. It's been we've been having a busy year, so I mean, we definitely want to go out to the Improv more this year. Go some events, but yeah, haven't done some comedy. It's been a minute.
It's funny.
Date nights changed. I don't know.
Well, you have a kid now,
Yeah.
so that might be it.
We get a sitter every Saturday, so we try to get out of Pittsburgh. when
You
we
do
can.
go out. You go out. You guys have way too much fun. I was checking out your Snapchat games on Snapchat. I was like, oh, I don't do that stuff. No, you wild with you. You too wild.
I'm saying.
That is funny though, because I was thinking, I was like, oh, actually, the last few real stand-up shows I went with you, and we were on the floor. Who performed there? Murphy, not Eddie, his brother, Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
That was like one of the last performances he ever did. We got to see him, and it was DJ Hoogly. Who else was?
Yeah.
Who else was on that show?
Cedric Entertainment.
And Cedric.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
was
that was like that. Yeah. And like, yeah, whenever we even talked about, I'm allowed to plug him in, Matt. Like,
What's up?
We went
Oh,
to,
yeah,
we
that's
went to, we went to his show the one time. I thought that Kayla went too. She's like, no, I never went and saw him.
Which one was
I'm
it
like,
that we go to?
It was the one in like Pittsburgh. It was like
Oh,
the
that
city.
was a good one.
Yeah.
Because that was the Bottle Rocket. I'm not sure that was the Bottle Rocket one. He was just one of the comedians, and there was like 4 other comedians. So, and that place is awesome.
Right.
That's a brand new place. That was a good show. I thought you went to one of his big shows. I was like, I don't remember taking you to that one, but
Kayla's like, I only met his mom.
yeah.
Strip club.
Oh, that's right. We went to the strip club.
Yeah.
Oh, we went to that. It's all coming back to me. Oh, we went to the other thing. We went to a show that we were shooting. It wasn't. He was just hosting. We were shooting it.
Okay.
See, all these stories are just for me, and no one else
That's
really
okay.
cares. But it's nice to remind me that we do things or have done things. I forgot all about that. We're coming to an end here. We actually talked for almost an hour, which I'm actually surprised. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Let's see.
Get anything notes? What do we usually talk about when we're not forced to talk?
One time we talked about the future of AI.
Yeah,
And like,
we used to talk a lot of shit though too that I probably can't even use.
I mean, it's getting. It might be eliminating jobs, but it's making it a little bit more efficient for the world. You know.
How much are you using AI now?
I'm slowly gonna, use the AI chatbots and that and everything, just using them to help organize things. Give me some ideas on resume. I want to start improving that. So I don't know. I might be done with the IT job, that one, but I might try and find a new remote job. But at the same time, I want to retire from IT and just do trading full time.
I like how you said retire.
Yeah. That's it.
That's just funny. Like, I'm gonna retire. Like, and we're gonna have a ceremony. And we're gonna have like a little
End of that career.
Yeah, that's wild.
Next chapter. We'll see. I've been working with some good players in that, and like Black Box Stocks, and that wants me to go full time trading too, so I can be on their show, talk to people and voice every day. So we'll see what happens. There's different roles changing in that real fast. So,
It's weird. It seems like if you become an expert or in a certain point in any industry, you're like, okay, now you got to do media now. It's like, oh, you're really good at it? Okay, now we got to put you in front of the camera. We got to put a mic in front of your face. And you're like, what? I didn't even think, okay.
Right.
Otherwise, you're not an expert at it unless you can communicate about it well.
Right.
Yeah,
basically, they got me in a couple of promo videos that they're trying to share and stuff.
Oh, really? Of you?
Yeah.
You didn't send me this stuff. I want to see this.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. It's like when we see like Casey Welsh pop off all of a sudden on LinkedIn. It's like, whoa, I know that guy. I know that guy on LinkedIn all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, because I know when you meet some of these guys that you talk to, like in your former career, like one guy. He was there for my 21st birthday, and I remember projectile vomiting on him. And you're like, it's so funny. And then, like, today, he's like the principal of Upper Sinclair.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes you think about those people like that, and then you also wonder when people like, they get scandals broke, and you're like, oh yeah, that guy was fucking wild, But then you also realize, like, no, everyone was at some point. I shouldn't say everyone, but a lot of people had some wild shenanigans they did in the past.
For sure. I'm just glad they didn't have social media whenever we were like in high school. I don't
know. I still found the way to get you guys on the internet anyways.
Yo, low quality. No, the video, but I mean
It's
All that back
online.
then.
You're wearing
Yeah.
your purple Fort City youth football jacket.
Oh my god.
It's the old immaturity
Twinkie.
crew video.
I mean, with
and
the
you're
Kit
using a
Kat.
Kit Kat.
Yeah, it's a Kit
Yeah.
Kat. I still eat those.
It's hilarious. Giving a little.
Oh yeah.
But break it down.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. No, I use AI so much.
Yeah.
It is
Talk about
like,
it.
people used to have assistants. Like it is
Right.
truly a super advanced assistant. And the way I've really been using it lately is to like break down things. Like I'm trying to work on this show and and I'll just straight up talk to it now. Because
Right.
now you have the feature on ChatGPT is you can talk, just have conversations.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm thinking about doing it this way. And then I'll bring the camera in this way and we can talk about this. And then they'll give me feedback. And then I'll say this. And then later I'm like, okay, scrap all that. Actually, what we all just talked about, just give me an outline. And I'll be, oh, I actually changed that. I need that to be in dialogue format. And then just keep adding and like, okay, now we're doing scheduling. Can you give me Monday through Friday? Let's break down. If I only have 8 hours a week to do this, this, and this, and I only want to do yada, 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 can I do on Thursday and move? Like, it's crazy.
Right.
And like, I can make tables, I can make software. Not that I do the software part, but like, it makes pictures.
Right.
And the craziest thing I actually used recently, very simple thing. I had an old amplifier in front of me. It was really big. And on the input side it said high and low, and I wasn't exactly sure what that meant. I was like, maybe that's higher frequencies, lower frequencies, power. I wasn't sure. But the ChatGPT function now, you can use the front and backwards of the camera and just literally point and talk. Hey, what am I looking at? What is this? And she was like, "Oh yeah, that's the endpoint. Like if you're just plugging in your laptop, you probably want to use the. Actually, I forget what she said, but let's just say she wanted to use the lower thing." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." Seconds.
Right.
Usually
Right.
you'd go to Google,
Right.
Pack. You gotta get through a couple ads and shit. This was instant.
Right.
This is fucking Iron Man shit.
Right.
Jarvis, what is this? If I do that, thanks.
It's a big brain of so many connections
It's crazy.
in seconds.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Doing all the hard work. All the hard work for you.
I think the jobs are gone, bro.
If they can get them to turn into robots, I mean, there's too many movies out right now, too many series right now preparing us for it. It's like, the robots are here, the AI is here.
Drones are here.
You're gonna learn to live with them.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna keep doing all this until you're just gonna stop talking about it, or we'll talk about, we're gonna take Greenland, and then we're gonna take Canada, and we're taking it all. We're just taking it all. It's all ours now.
Yeah, I saw this one movie just recently on Netflix, like where AI is like they nuked Los Angeles, so then like they bombed AI technology, and then everything fled to like China. So all you saw was the robots and all them. They got
Just
a coalition,
flying back to China?
they're just like coexisting in there, and you had a whole task force out to try and take out AI, and then later AI and humans work together to win.
What was this?
Oh man, I think it's either on Prime or Netflix. I think it might have been Prime. I have to look it up and get it to you. Yeah.
That one sounds awesome. Have you
was like,
seen
oh,
Civil
shit.
War?
Huh? No. Yeah. No.
No.
I'll have to look it up.
It was a movie.
Yeah.
A24 movie with the redhead from the original Spider-Man, Kristen something.
I want to say I recently did. I want to say
It has the president is the comedian guy from Parks and Rec. You don't see him till the end though.
Man, because I was sometimes whenever I get on I don't know, Prime they just like play all the movies in a row. Like you'll fall asleep and it just keeps playing.
Yeah. Well, this one's
And
on
it'd be
Netflix. Well, that's
okay.
funny how you say that because Netflix is the big dog, right?
Yeah.
So if you watch Netflix for too long, they'll be like, "Hey, you up? You still watching us?"
Right.
Because they are burning through everything and they want to save their servers.
Right.
But like Peacock and these other streaming services that are way new and way more buggy, they will just play the next thing.
Right.
And because they don't give a shit because they just want to crank their numbers up.
Right.
They want to, because now it was always fake, but now they really want to just throw their numbers up. Netflix, they want to save their data servers. So that's the difference there. But Civil War is a really great movie because it's just from the perspectives of the journalists and the media people, and it's just a small group that the war has already happened, it's already started, and they're about to, whoever the rebels or whatever, they're about to get to what is now the capital, which I think now somehow got to California, and they're about to kill the president, which I believe like stayed longer than his regular 2 terms is
Right.
what happened. And the whole movie is just them traveling to get there. And so the media is going to watch them finally assassinate or, kill the president.
Right.
And it is awesome. It's really good. So I believe you haven't seen it because I don't think anything's triggering over there for
I'm
you.
telling you, man. Let me
Maybe
see.
you did.
I'm
Maybe
looking
you
at it.
That's
Nah,
good.
they
But you
get-
got to send me about the other one.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Hey, that
I
one's
see that. I'm looking at that right now. Yeah, that looks good.
is good. It's a good one.
Put it on the- I saw the redhead. I think that was from Borderland. I just watched
Yeah.
that recently.
With Kevin Hart?
Yep.
Isn't he in that?
I was like, I can't believe he's in this.
He's in everything.
Yeah, he sold his soul. He
did.
converted. They
He
say
did. He
simp of the
whispers
year,
about it.
simp of the year type. They say
Yeah,
that was
because-
2024, and now you got Dursky, and
Alright.
Kai and them doing that streaming.
That stuff is fucking wild, and I get it. So I'm not gonna. I get it. I don't
Right.
hate on that.
Right.
Totally understand the big party atmosphere, video stuff. We did similar shit.
Right.
So
Right.
like, let's just get the camera out and be fucking stupid and jump into
If people
shit.
want to watch it.
You know, let's show the clip. You know what I mean? Literally, show the clip of me and you doing dumb shit.
Right.
That's hilarious. I forget what I was gonna say about. Kevin Hart. Did you see the clip of? Damn, who's that woman who won like the first or second American Idol? What's her name? You don't know what I'm talking about? Female singer.
Not Carrie Underwood. Oh,
Not
man.
Carrie Underwood, but it's like a Carrie Underwood. What is her name? She's a little bigger now. Very, very famous. There's a clip of her. She's on, I believe, Kevin Hart's podcast. And she's just like, yeah, And they used to, the stuff they were asking me to do, I was like crazy.
And he was like,
Kevin's like,
yeah, I saw that skit. Yeah.
right over there. And everyone, what the fuck was that?
Oh man, there's a society that's out there.
Yeah. That whole shit about, wearing dresses. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it's all legit. I believe that.
I believe some of that shit too.
Yeah, it's like that's the right to patches.
Yeah.
right.
Gotta wear a dress.
That's
Wild.
I tell my girl, ass, you don't believe me? I said, it's just history. Look at it.
Yeah, we all joined the Illuminati when we were seniors. I remember.
Right.
Remember that day? One of the funniest moments I've ever heard. You just made the entire gymnasium laugh so hard. What was the song?
Makes me great.
It was. How's it go?
I try to say goodbye and I choke. I walk away and I stumble.
Oh man, you guys can figure that out. What happened? And it was hysterical. Brought down the house. I was like, "This is what I want to do for a living."
Right.
I'll never forget that moment. We're gonna end on that because I feel like we're gonna do this again, and I'm laughing about some of the clips I should find. I don't know if they're good enough for us, but I don't know if they're good enough for the audience. They're definitely good enough for us. But that was awesome.
Right.
Thank you, Macy Gray, for coming over.
Great first time.
First
First time caller. Glad to be here, y'all.
Yeah. Anything you want to plug real quick?
No.
You know, socials yet? You're gonna be on TV or something soon.
Nah,
it
watch
sounds
out.
like.
If you see me get big, that's gonna be Black Box Stocks.
Black
Watch
Box
out.
Stocks.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm Dustin Dowling. This has been Jamal Johnson. This has been the Company Cast, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.